Streaming is no longer a luxury or a novelty, it is the default utility of global entertainment. While traditional Hollywood studios spent decades protecting their broadcast territories, a single technology company from Los Gatos, California, fundamentally rewrote the rules of cultural consumption. Despite the entry of giants like Disney, Apple, and Amazon, Netflix remains the undisputed leader. Its dominance is not just a result of being first, but of building a system where data serves as the ultimate creative director. To see how they achieved this, we have to look back at where the disruption began. The Netflix story famously began in 1997 with a $40 late fee for a VHS copy of Apollo 13. Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph realized that the traditional video rental model was built on penalizing the customer. Their solution was a DVD by mail service. However, the true innovation wasn't the mail, it was the subscription. By removing late fees and allowing users to keep a queue of movies, Netflix turned a one-off transaction into a predictable, recurring relationship. Even in the era of physical discs, Netflix was secretly a data company. They developed Cinematch, a recommendation engine that predicted what a user would like based on past ratings. This allowed them to push lower-cost, independent films to users, reducing their dependence on expensive Hollywood blockbusters. They weren't just shipping plastic, they were mapping the human psyche. As technology evolved, the company prepared for its most daring move yet. In 2007, when the internet became fast enough to deliver video, Netflix made the critical decision to cannibalize its own successful DVD business to launch Watch Now. They understood that the physical medium was a bottleneck. By moving to the cloud, they removed the friction of the mailbox and set the stage for total marketing closure. This technological shift eventually forced a massive change in how the company approached content. For the first few years of streaming, Netflix was a friendly aggregator. Studios were happy to license their old catalogs for cheap, viewing Netflix as found money. But the leadership knew this window would close, famously stating that they had to become HBO faster than HBO could become them. The pivot came in 2013 with House of Cards. Unlike traditional networks that pilot a single episode, Netflix used its data to see that fans of certain directors and actors were overlapping. They committed $100 million for the full seasons upfront, birthing the binge model. By releasing all episodes at once, they seized the cultural conversation and turned viewers into addicts of the next episode button. With the content engine running, the next step was to take this model to every corner of the map. In 2016, Netflix launched in 130 countries simultaneously. They realized that to win, they had to produce local content for a global audience. Hits from Spain, Germany, and South Korea proved that the platform could create global sensations from anywhere. This global footprint created an economy of scale that no regional player could match, allowing them to amortize costs across hundreds of millions of subscribers. But the real secret to their longevity isn't just what they film, but how they keep you watching. The Netflix machine is governed by an algorithm designed for one thing: retention. In the streaming wars, the most dangerous metric is churn, and Netflix controls this by creating a personalized front page for every user. The system tracks every interaction from when you pause to which thumbnail image makes you click. By categorizing content into thousands of micro-niches, they ensure the service feels curated for the individual. This creates a psychological lock-in where leaving Netflix means losing a decade of learned preferences, while the user experience felt seamless. The financial strategy behind it was incredibly aggressive. For years, Netflix operated with negative free cash flow, borrowing billions to fund a library so vast that a subscriber would never feel they had finished the service. The revenue model is a clean subscription play, which gave them immense pricing power. Because the service became a must-have utility, they have been able to consistently raise prices with minimal impact on growth. The stable revenue allowed for more debt to fund more content, creating a library that would take competitors decades to replicate. This massive head start is precisely why the world's largest media companies are now struggling to catch up. Traditional studios are incumbents who must protect their existing movie theater and cable revenues while building a streaming service. This creates internal conflict that Netflix never had to face. Furthermore, rivals underestimated the engineering challenge of building a global app that works on every device. While competitors struggled with crashes, Netflix's simplicity remained the gold standard. The biggest struggle for rivals, however, is the cost of attention. Netflix already owns the evening routine of the average household. To win a subscriber, a rival has to convince them to switch their habits. The ultimate lesson of the streaming war is that while content is king, distribution is the kingdom. Netflix transformed entertainment from a hit-driven business to a system-driven business. They prove that if you control the interface and the data, you can dictate what the world watches. They don't just host the streaming war, they provide the battlefield. Netflix won because they realized the future of media was not about the quality of the signal, but the efficiency of the pipe. In a world of noise, the platform that knows exactly what you want before you do is the one that wins.